You're watching Sports Beat.
And welcome back to Sports Beat Sunday. The countdown to BYU and Utah now 60 days, but not only trying to end an 8-game losing streak are the Cougars to the Utes, but they once again face a pretty challenging schedule.
Very tough. Kalani Sitake wouldn't have it any other way, though. I had a chance to sit down with him as he enters his 4th season as the head coach of his alma mater.
Year 4. You're basically a senior when it comes to being a head coach now, right?
Yeah, true senior.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you feel more comfortable in this role? You never want to feel comfortable, but
Yeah.
4 years now.
I mean, I think I'm loving every second of it, if that's the easier way to answer it. I knew I would love being the head coach at BYU, and I just didn't think it would be this much fun. Just want to win more games, you know, and just had a lot of fun doing it, and just honored that I get to do this, you know. So, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable in this role, and probably not comfortable to be in front of cameras and stuff like that still. I'd have to lose a lot of weight to do that, you know.
I got the same problem.
But I like food too much, so that's not going to happen. No, but I like being in this having this opportunity to in this role that I'm in, and be a part of these young men, their lives, and be a part of this program. You know, this is their team, and my job is to help get them to their dreams and their goals, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm really here to serve them.
When you go into the challenges you have this year, it helps to know that you've got a quarterback. You found one with Zach Wilson. What was it about Zach that really impressed you as a freshman stepping into that role?
Well, when first of all, I was in the recruiting process. He's very upfront and takes care of business. I knew him when he was a kid, you know, at the camps when I was at Utah, and got to see him compete at a young age. I thought there was something unique about him at that age, and I remember him and guys like Dax Milne were at those camps, and I just remember thinking, man, there's something special about these young kids, you know, and the competitiveness that they had. And see him doing it during his high school career at Corner Canyon, and when we started recruiting him, he had these really big time goals. One was starting as a true freshman, having that opportunity, and we talked about it. And said, if you come here, you'll have an opportunity to battle and compete with Tanner, and we will play the best. That's the only way I know how to do it. And so, when he came through, did that, we felt we had something special when we saw him in spring football. And we just needed him to earn the position. And I give a lot of credit to Tanner for the competition that he provided. And even afterwards, when Zach moved into the starting role, how supportive Tanner was. Such a mature thing to do, and all about the team. Just really thankful that Zach was able to see that type of maturity at a young age, and have that type of mentoring right away from a really good kid, Tanner Mango.
You know you're going to face this murderer's row in your schedule. Last year, depth was an issue. Do you feel that you have more depth this year? Are you excited to see how that depth may play out?
Well, depth's a funny thing, you know, because you can prepare with it as much as you want, but it's still unproven, right? And so, and I think what we try to do is prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, you know. But if you're looking at, for example, a quarterback position, we've had a string of years where the quarterback has been hurt, and we've had to use more than one quarterback. And with that being the case, you'd be crazy not to prepare with more than one quarterback.
For you, personally, in your situation, you probably heard media talking about your contract situation, and that's something that gets discussed on talk radio, et cetera. But your boss, Tom Holmoe, has downplayed that. Do you feel like you're getting the support that you need in this position, whether you're getting an extension or not, to get the best out of this program and take the program where you need it to go?
I'm just focused on the players and getting this team ready. I mean, the last thing I don't really care about myself. I can give me a day-to-day contract, doesn't matter. I'm here for these young men and for these fans, and my goal is to help them achieve their dreams with these fans and with these players, and that's all I'm focused on.
And you got plenty to focus on with the tough schedule this year. How much fun is that schedule?
Man, I'm so excited for it. That's, like I said, when I got the job, even before I was looking at the schedule, the type of teams that they're lining up, and I told Tom, keep them coming. You know, I think Pat Hill made the comment back in the day that he'd play anyone when he was at Fresno State, anyone, anytime, anywhere, and I like that. You know, and it's not probably a popular thing for coaches to say, but to say just make my job harder. But I think for anything, let's give my guys opportunities to play these games. When I was a player, I would have loved the schedule. You know, I remember playing Notre Dame in '94. I remember playing Alabama in '98. I remember playing those big-time games and ASU and all those games that we get to experience. And these guys get what I got in 4 years of playing, they get in 1 year. You know, so imagine the guys get to play 4 years with those type of schedules, those type of memories. We beat Wisconsin last year. That was a cool memory for a lot of guys. Beating Arizona last year, and we just like to have those memories and make them more consistent.
Do you feel like Zach has the weapons he needs as a quarterback, the guys that can make plays in this offense?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I think if you look at historically the quarterbacks that have played here in the past, I don't think you really remember a lot of their targets. And I know that sounds bad, but they were all just guys that did their role. And some, I mean, I think more than anything, the tight ends were the key back then. And so for the receivers, I think you know Kozlowski, and there's Bellini, and there's Drage, but there's not like a big number of you know, All-American receivers.
Right.
And so all we need is a quarterback that can hit the target and have guys that are capable of catching the ball. But we really feel good. With that being said, we really feel good about the talent that we have at receiver position, tight end, and running back. And we feel that based around an experienced offensive line, that's deep. You know, we have our two deep established right now, and we feel like that group comes back. They all come back next year, with the exception of Thomas Schoaf. So we returned the 9 guys in the two deep. So feel really good about them, and they're experienced young group already. So I think that's a good start to have an experienced O-line, and that's deep, and then have an experienced quarterback position, and to have really good talent in the tight end, running back, and receiver spots.